What's up, y'all? Happy postseason. This is a quick 5-ish minute preview of Ellery Lincoln's full episode, which is fairly long. Now, the larger story is about her sickness and how she physically and mentally rebounded from that. But the first 5 minutes of this episode really just dives into her freshman year mindset. And I think that her mindset can be really applied to this era of this season as you're going to be doing your hardest stuff and hardest effort. So it's just how she learned how to embrace the opportunities that she got and run without fear and just enjoy it and have fun running fast. So hope this helps you out. And the full episode will be out soonish. Thank you.
I mean, thinking back, I had the worst race anxiety ever, but it was never related to pressure about I have to win this race. I was always just so scared of how it was going to hurt. I was just terrified of pain, but then I would do it and I'd be so happy afterwards. And I think that's something I've learned a lot over each year I keep running is you're fine. It's okay. It's never that bad. But, yeah, so I never felt pressure around I have to win this, I have to do this. I think I wanted to, but any anxiety I had was around pain.
Interesting. That's actually really interesting. So I feel like at that point in your career, you're super young. So it's pain is something that it's you can actually relate because I did my first ever cold plunge today. And I was thinking this sucks. This is going to be terrible. But now that I've done it, I'm if I feel like I can do it better because I did it before. Do you think that, going through the pain cave over and over again really helped you? Was that thing that caused you to be more pain tolerant and more resilient when it came to that?
Yeah, I mean, I would say middle school, I had no idea where my limits were, and I don't even think I was scratching the surface of it. I would get so nervous about how bad it was going to hurt, and then it would not be bad at all. And I would just constantly psych myself out. But I think getting into high school, that's something I learned was how to push closer to my limits. I think I had big breakthroughs in high school around actually getting closer to my limit in terms of the pain I can tolerate.
Yeah, that makes sense. So when you got into high school after running sub 5, how did your team coming in support you with that talent?
I don't really feel like I'm above anybody on my team. I feel that's one thing that was super clear when I got there was we're not going to treat Ellery any differently from anybody else, which is great. And I don't think it should be any other way besides that.
I agree.
We're all just running cross country, there's no difference. No matter what your mile time is, maybe, yeah. But yeah, by the second meet, I was our number one runner on my cross country team. And that was kind of new for me. I was one of the only underclassmen on varsity. So it was a pretty I feel like I'm a baby, but I'm also having to lead
big kid things.
Yeah, upperclassmen things almost. And I think that was a little bit of a challenge, having expectations on me in terms of leadership, except nobody wanted to treat me like a leader either. It was kind of a interesting position. But I had a great freshman year, in terms of my team, and we qualified for NXN that year. We won our NXR, which was huge. I think that was probably the strongest our team's ever been was my freshman year. So that was a really cool experience coming in.
What are some other highlights from your freshman track season?
That was a really cool season. I think I was still running without expectation and just seeing where things took me and putting myself out there. I think one standout for me, probably my first big breakthrough of that track season, was Oregon Relays. My anchor leg on the DMR. We were matched up against Cuthbertson, which is a really, really good team from, it's on the East Coast. I want to say they're from I'd have to look it up, but they're from the East Coast. And they came over, and I was matched up against a girl that had run 4:35, but I didn't know she'd run 4:35, and I got the stick just a little bit back of her. So I went and I took the lead, and I sprinted in front of her because I just was going for it, and the relay adrenaline totally just took over. I mean, she took the lead back, but then I just hung on for as long as I possibly could and fell apart a little bit down the home stretch. And we got second, but I ran like a 10-second PR in the mile. I think I ran 4:43 for 1600 on that leg.
Wow.
I was like, oh my gosh, like that was crazy. I just stuck my nose in it and ran with zero fear and maybe took the lead when I shouldn't have. But I think mm, me last year could have learned a lot from me my freshman year, in terms of just like being brave.
I feel like with you, it's like you don't want to be in the mindset of, oh, I'm too scared to, feel pain. Because I feel like in that race, like you almost were forced to just go for it.
Yeah.
You didn't have time to like say, oh, what if this hurts? It's like, no, this is
Yeah.
gonna hurt.
I probably knew she was really fast and faster than I probably knew she was faster than me.
Yeah.
But I think it was just that mindset that like I really wanted going into high school of just I'm running for something bigger than myself. I was running for three other people who were
Right.
counting.
That too. Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I think it was just that type of thing.
And their freshman year, what happened?
Um, so yeah, I had a great freshman season. Like I won my first state title. I
Yeah.
ran 4:40 at Hoka. That was like a huge moment for me. But
So at that point, what did you feel like, you know, what was possible for you? Were you like, oh, I'm feeling great. I'm on top of the world. Like, what can I do? Like, what
yeah,
was
I
the,
was
the general feeling before whatever happened?
national title was on my mind. Like going into Brooks, I could maybe win a national title in the mile as a freshman. I was really excited.